Hey everyone, there are times when you're a kid that you see someone so bizarre, like their face or a disability on the body, that it feels so alien to you, but it sticks to your memory while growing up. And somewhere down the line, when you get older, you realize like what condition that person had that made them look so different. And yeah, that's part of growing up as a dumbass kid. But even now, when you're not a lip-dribbling baby, there are people you can point at and like pinpoint exactly what's wrong with the face and still be absolutely shocked by just the way they look. Today in this video, I really want to talk about this Brazilian tattoo artist. Probably is the only person in history to like change their appearance so much, like such an extreme level, that they need like a new name, because their older self, the younger, more innocent self, looks like nothing compared to today, and I'll talk about that in a minute. First I'll show you his face. There you go. And now his actual name being Michael Fraro Prado, or just his nickname Diabo Prado, which I'm pretty sure in English just means human Satan. Even though I call him a bit of a liar, because when I was younger I could have thought it was human alien, and now he's swapped over. I don't know why. To give a quick but painful rundown of this guy, he's had 85% of his body tattooed and over 60 procedures to his face, like modifications. Which, by the way, that record of over 60, that's like the most recent I could find from 2022. So, fast forward today, 2 years after, he might have added more accolades to his face, his battlefield of a face. And that body tattoo part is not that interesting, because you're gonna have people in prison with like some shitty big pen still get like the entire body tatted out. But I think for a normal person, having his face like a play, like pick your poison, you didn't have like the cut off nose, the dents on his head, the elongated jaw that's probably made out of wooden sticks. I think that's the one part like not a single person would want to pick from him at all. Which I'm not saying is a bad thing. I'm also proving like how far off gone he is from just being normal. Oh my god, it says a lot about him if the only normal picture I could find before all the shit on his face is just this. This is a good question. If he dies, on his gravestone, is he gonna like put this picture or like just the picture he looked before he died with like a demon? And that's one interesting part about him, like how he's gone from like just being a normal person, like 25 in that picture, to how old he is now at 49. And that's the scary thing. When he was 25, he might have been crazy. I mean, he is crazy if you see him now, but at least then he looked normal. Like at any point in time, if he wanted to change, that's fine by him. Get a job, start a family. He still has freedom to do so. Compared to now, where like he's basically locked in a cage in life, having no other option than looking like the way he does now. And the fact that he's 49, that's way scary, because most people like him will probably go like to 30, getting like 2 modifications that seem really extreme, but just stop there. There has to be like some more severe health issues at that point. But if you're 49, that means 2 things. Number 1, you're never gonna grow out of this habit. I guess you really want to die just with this moniker of human Satan, just where everyone's just being scared by you. Unless you wore a really cool King Baldwin mask, that'd be badass. That's redemption. That could not work. His face is so up, you couldn't even like make a mask for that. You have to buy one of those comical like toy masks for Halloween. And the second, it should mean like you slowly increase the gauge for like how crazy or bad shit this modification gets. You have one idea for like a really cool piece you want to get that to you seems normal, but like for any doctor it seems like insane. Which isn't that big of a problem, because I'm pretty sure his wife helps him through most of his surgeries, which I'll get into in a second. The most recent procedure I could find off him is like when he got like 2 of his fingers cut off to make his hands look more devilish. And to be honest with him, I'm not critiquing him like as an artist, but that feels like a bit of a stretch. I don't think of devils with 3 hands. I think of them with more like 5 fingers. Oh my god, it looks ripped in this picture. If you go to the gym, good job retard. Enjoy having a harder time trying to like grip the barbell with only 3 fingers. Oh my god, this is disgusting. He kept the thing that he cut off, which was a ring finger. And I know for a fact I cannot show these pictures on YouTube, but you have full range to go online and find them at your own precaution, because they're not the most pleasant, to say the least. That's the one part I can't get behind. I can't get behind much of him, but at least I understand like modifications, like getting a screw in your head so you can like screw in horns like a devil. Like that's fine in comparison. But can you recall a modification when you just like have a butcher's knife just cut off your finger? That's more or less mutilation, but I guess it has the nice connotation of being modification instead. But now I want to talk about his wife, because they're very clearly a couple that tries to like help each other with their own dream and ambitions of being like a monster, but by every clear and logical reasoning, they don't deserve to be together at all. I will give it to her. She does look slightly better than him, but that's purely because she has that effect of being with like an uglier friend, so by comparison, it makes you look like 10 times better than naturally if you're by yourself. My god, she looks normal in this picture. Even now they look like a nice decent Brazilian couple that could have kids together. I think now that feels like long gone by now. I guess you could say on that side is like slightly beautiful, like that 2 people that have like the weird, like very niche taste for having like such weird modification on the face. It's very beautiful that they met each other in this huge world. But I really feel like right now, with hindsight for what they look like now and what they could look like in the future, I really don't think most people will agree that they don't deserve to be together, for their own safety. So that makes me really wonder, who was the first one between them to consider this idea? You could say clearly like, oh, clearly the guy, you know, because, you know, he has more shit on his face. But at the same time, she does look like the kind of crazy bitch that would have this idea and then slowly try to like sell it to her boyfriend to make it seem like it's sane. I have to imagine that part of her like started this endeavor with as much passion as he did, because she also like proudly took out the name of, you know, Mula Demonia, which yeah, just means the same as a demonic woman. However, with a video this long, I'm pretty sure I've pissed off a couple of people that like tattoos or like modification on their face, and they seem upset like on how I'm just shitting on him non-stop. And I guess the one thing I could like potentially rummage from this disaster, like maybe he does have quite a bit of pride, you know. A lot of people in this scenario would like get the surgery done and just regret the way it turned out and like potentially walk it back. But with him, I have to admit, in every video I could find of him, he looks very proud of like how far he's gotten. Like in that one single clip does he show regret or just be like, oh my god, what have I become, what am I? So I guess yeah, on that one side, you could like consider him like an artist, like, always being proud of his work and not ever going back. And this was probably the dumbest part I've said so far in the video on my part, but he looks like, you know, decent for his age at 49. Like I really feel like most of the ink, like screws and bolts, makes it impossible to like, get a gauge on how old he is actually. So maybe yeah, potentially as well, the one solution to like looking young forever is like to your face so much that you don't look human. And if you don't look human, you know, you can't really show off your age, you know, kind of smart to be honest. However, that would only work, like I said in the video, where like some of the modifications were healthy and safe, I guess. But there's gonna be one in the future that's gonna be so like drastic, it's gonna like lead to his death somehow. I mean, if you cut off your nose or cut off a finger, I feel like anything at that point, like anything would just be free game no matter what.